right, Leo. So let's get some heart healing messages out here for you. You have the reproach card and the spiritual message card. Right off with the spiritual message card, it's giving the energy of five. Five is bringing about changes, shifts, and you being the change also that you hope to seek. So this spiritual message card is also an intuitive message. So what you would do is you would look at this card and you will take a deep breath and you will release. And whatever comes to your heart and your mind is what that message is about. But this reproach card is saying that sometimes you are so critical of yourself or so hard on yourself, and that sometimes you say things that aren't right and you think and feel them in your bones, and you bring these things to life, believing that they represent who you are and what you do. And this is not so, and it is not right. These reproaches have no valid bias here because you are an imperfect being and you do your best with what you have. Spirit is also saying that you have often been powerless, but this here is about to change. You're about to have a strong switch in the wisdom that you've gained from the understandings behind the lessons and the previous connections before is the reason why. The next 3 weeks are also going to be very important to you when it comes down to this card. And Spirit is also saying you need to show up and be confident. And this is also wealth. And this is something that you feel deep inside of you. And it's like I said, the next 3 weeks, something is going to be coming in quick the way that she just ran up on me like that. You could be creating new foundations. You can be letting go of negative self-concepts. You also will be connecting to your inner strength and learning how to be more compassionate with yourself. Okay, so this card right here is just talking about how you are to shift with self overall. Your perspective, your understanding, all of it is about to change for you. And then within the next 3 weeks, so that's not long. So that's like signifying the month of January being your biggest transformative mark when it comes down to love. And that's a good thing to start off with, starting off with good healing. Just keep in mind your spirit message is definitely personal to you and from your spirit guides above directly. And if I didn't mention before, if you would like to book a personal reader, you can do so by clicking on the description box below. And if you'd like to donate to my channel, you can also do that as well. And if you are not already liking and subscribing to my channel, oh my goodness, why? But please do so. It's free to subscribe and support me. Yay. Anywho, let's get these what's blocking you messages when it comes down to love and relationships and what's going on with your heart space. Leo. First card you got was excuses. Excuses. Spirit says you have so many reasons that it never works out. Find reasons that it can work. That card highlights that reproach card, shifting that perspective. Instead of leaning into the negative side of things, lean into the positive. It's like, this ain't gonna work because of that. Yeah, but it can work because of this. So get to it. A lot of you suffer from anxiety. You have high anxiety. You may actually be on anxiety medicine in real life. Like, no jokes. And Spirit is saying that you are afraid to get close to someone and they are scared too. You need to give them a chance and they'll give you a chance. But for you, when it comes down to your anxiety, it's about how you approach it. Because some way, somehow, with this excuse and this anxiety card, you done already made it up in your mind that you and this person ain't going to be able to rock. Or what you wanted to happen isn't going to happen because the response they're going to give you is going to go a certain way. Who made you the narrator of that person's life? Stop that. That anxiety is crazy work when they do stuff like that. Coupled in with them excuses, playing on mental games. That's mental torture. We have the eye candy card. Beauty phase. Choose someone for their inner beauty and personality. So don't be out here being shallow. I ain't gonna lie. Don't be shallow. Don't do it. Don't do it because beauty phase. They can be the most beautiful person in the world and have the nastiest heart on them. And that's not okay. They wouldn't take care of you if you get sick. Why would you want to be with somebody like that? Stop being so no. If you don't like the way that your person is looking and you are connected to them and y'all are in a connection and they are not glowing outside of themselves while you are added to that, you are the problem. I'm gonna say it like that. That's when I say beauty face, because the love that you pour into someone, it definitely shines through because they're going to pour it back into you. You wouldn't want to be with someone who's like, oh my gosh, your teeth messed up, I can't be with you. You wouldn't want to be with someone if you get into an accident and God forbid something go wrong. They don't want to be there and support you. You don't want to be with someone when you get sick. They don't want to make you something to eat. You don't want to be with someone when your head hurt. They don't want to rub your temple or give you the medicine in the water. Everybody is not that deep, lovey-dovey, and caring, okay? But still, people have ways to show you that they care, and you don't want to be with someone who is only vain and only looking at what looks good. I like you because you look good, and that is enough. What the hell? I can be a serial killer. Don't do that. We don't want to be with stuff like that. So eye candy is not good because there's all those different scenarios and different things like that I just kind of went on a whim with. Yeah, maybe I feel like you told somebody that too. The reason why that list was just so prominent is like you done already broke that down, or you were breaking that down currently to someone else, letting them know that beauty is only as beauty is only skin deep, or only as worthy of what's on the inside. That inner. So the other card you have is fixing them. You can't fix someone. They have to want to change, accept them, or let them go. And bottom line, once the mirror is broken, it ain't like you're going to put it back together again and it's going to be perfect. Stop trying to change people. That never works. You don't want nobody to be trying to change you neither. You have to be open and vulnerable. You cannot experience true intimacy unless you open your heart and be yourself. So if you're not able to let your guards down and be yourself around someone, you have to also, one, ask yourself, do you feel comfortable with this person to do that? And two, ask yourself, why are you even here? And three, if you're just unable to be vulnerable with people just in general, out and you're like, you single, you solo, you need to work on your vulnerability. Stop hiding, honey. You can't hide who you are and then expect to be loved and full. That don't work. You have soulmate only. It says you have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. So stop fixating on that one person or that one time where things just felt oh so good and great. You was a different person in that season, and who you are now, they wouldn't be able to handle it. And that's just the truth. You have demanding. You set impossible standards for your partner to meet, and you need to be less demanding. We have to be real about life. We only have so much time in a day. We all got a schedule. We all got something going on. We got stuff going on together and outside ourselves. We cannot be demanding of nothing and no one. We got to do better. Teamwork make the dream work. Happy spouse, happy house. Hello. Boundaries. You need to hold good boundaries so you don't feel violated. And you are responsible for your boundaries, not no one else. You're responsible for putting them into check and putting yourself into check when it comes down to your boundaries. They disrespect your boundaries and they're not really aware of what they are, especially if y'all can start off with that type of communication and so on and so forth. You can't give that person a chance by explaining those things. But then once they constantly kind of step on that line, that's when you draw the line and you remove yourself. So work on your boundaries. And then we have unavailable. Spirit is saying that you are chasing someone unavailable, or you are the one who is running away. If you know that you are not open, willing, and ready, then don't be wasting nobody's time. And if you can tell that this person is not trying to really pour into you, Leo, walk the fuck away. I know you didn't. You bet not never. I ain't saying that you wouldn't ever, but you bet not never. Don't do that. Okay. So, Leo, let's move on to tarot and see what Spirit got to say about your love life. What's going on with Leo's love life? What's happening? What's the healing messages with Leo in their love life, in their heart space? What's going on? We got the 10 of Pentacles. That's a good sign. We got the 8 of Wands. So you got good change coming in. Great positivity. This 10 of Pentacles and this 8 of Wands is telling me that you do want to create something stable. You want to create something solid. You want a good loving home and family life. You can already have that with someone and things are progressing and moving forward in a good direction. My cards split open and I'm seeing the Emperor card, the Ace of Cups, and the Strength card. Yeah, like good love is here. The Strength card for me is like the Empress, and she's just in motion. She's out chilling and roaming about the land, the emperor, the father of the household, great leadership, great power, great balance happening around you. Some of y'all got good things coming in, or some of y'all are really just preparing and mending your heart space already and working on that with your partner and actually being cooperative with you so that you're going to receive the outcome and the results that you want. So I feel like maybe y'all did some back and forth here, things went left, and in the process of these things going left with that harsh communication, it brought some heavy realizations to the table with this Knight of Swords in reverse. It lets me know there was some restless nights. You paid attention to the fact that you was responding impulsively. There was no true direction of what was going to happen next for y'all. Nothing was really clear, and it lets me know that once that became clear, I'm feeling clarity struck. Like maybe y'all separated for a moment, and then you and your person came back together. Take it as it resonates. And in that separation, you realize where you was being too harsh, and then vice versa. And now that y'all are working slowly but surely to mend and move it all back together as one. Clarify this from the spirit. Yeah. Page of Cups. So there's this gentle, generous, happy, gracious offer of love. Very enthusiastic. Is going to bring some good times. Yeah, we got the Knight of Wands energy. So this does tell me that you will be taking it slow with opening up your heart space. You're learning to not just go all in and to put all your eggs into one basket. Yeah, because at some point when you did that, it tore you down. But it also helped you realize that your inner child needed some more healing. You wasn't very much in balance with what was real. Like you didn't recognize that you was giving and then they was taking, but now that you know better, you gonna do better. You're in your King of Wands energy, baby. You a visionary. You know what it is that you want out of a connection. You know what it is that you want out of love. You see the big picture and it's loading up to you, and it's going to be amazing. You're also very career focused at this time, but I feel like you're going to have a love. You could meet this lover in your work field. They could come in and end up being a client, and it could turn or co-working. We know how that co-worker love thing goes. So if you do get involved with a co-worker and it goes into something deeper, we're not going to just take immediate action like immediately, but it grows into something deeper. You know that we want to have to maybe switch departments or shift and work somewhere else, because you shouldn't be unless y'all just finna own business. However, Leo, what I see coming in for you is just a lot of clarity on what it is that you want with love and who you want it with. A lot of things that have been brought up to the surface due to the fact of this connection. Yeah, so it brought you from being into this la fantasy world, and now you're more so in a grounded reality. You can see what's really going on around you, and you're more so in alignment with where you ultimately want things to go. The 7 of Wands shows me that it could be a challenge in love loading for you, but Spirit is saying just stay open. Stay open and willing to receive the change that these challenges are going to present. Some are tests. I can attest to that. It will be a few tests when it comes down to love, but I know you will not fail. Yeah, Ace of Swords to clarify that. Your love life and your healing when it comes down to your heart space is going to be just fine. Like you elevating. You got good love that's going to come in, but you also have greater self-love that is going to develop behind all of this within yourself. And you're going to know, for some of you, you're learning to lead with your heart and not with your pocket.